Time for news now. Good afternoon and welcome to TV47. Lots lined up for you as we get to the stories that are making headlines for the better part of the day. My name is Linda Alela. I'll be taking you through that. Now, authorities are investigating an aircraft crash in Kwale County after plane registration number 5 YCCA went down early Tuesday morning while flying from Diani to Kichwetembo. The Civil Aviation Authority says 12 people were on board when the aircraft crashed at around 5:30 a.m. Government agencies and emergency teams have been deployed to the scene as investigations into the cause of the accident continue. Authorities have also secured the area, and now members of the public are advised to keep off to allow rescue and recovery operations to proceed smoothly. Wow. Six suspects who were arrested last week in the Indian Ocean with a narcotic substance believed to be methamphetamine will remain in police custody as the DCI continues investigations for 30 days. The prosecution requested the court to grant 30 more days to detain the suspects as investigations continue. Now, the hearing was initially delayed due to a language barrier after the suspects objected to the initial court interpreter and requested that Ahmed Amin be assigned as their translator. Now, the request was granted and the charges were then presented. While issuing the directive, all the Shanzu Law Court Principal Magistrate Anthony Mushige stated that the case will be mentioned again on November the 14th to allow the completion of investigations and to give further directions. The court also ordered that the suspects be provided with food and medical care at the government's expense during the detention period.
Granted as prayed, the orders will issue accordingly. We'll mention this matter on 14th November for further orders and to establish the welfare of the respondents. Respondents be accorded medical examination, and treatment at state expense. 14th of November they come back so that he can update us, to mention the matter, for him to update us. If he's facing other challenges, he will explain that to us so that we can make orders accordingly.
The Principal Secretary for Education, Julius Bitok, led official opening ceremony of the Kipsea and Kijsea examination at the Deputy County Commissioner's office in Gong, Kajiado North. Now, Bitok acknowledged that there were a few challenges on Monday as some examination centers experienced delays in receiving certain exam papers. However, he said swift action was taken to ensure that every candidate sat for their exams without disruption. He further stated that efforts are being made to ensure the examinations are conducted smoothly and successfully without any form of interference.
Examinations yesterday. Today is day 2 for Kapsea, Kajasea, and we are confident that the process will go smoothly. And we have asked our stakeholders, our sub-county directors, our county directors, to ensure that they do their best to ensure that we deliver a credible exam. So far, so good. We are confident the exams are going to be delivered well. The papers were administered and they were returned as required. And the learners have done their best in as far as writing the exam is concerned. So I want to call upon all our stakeholders to continue with the spirit of vigilance. We continue with the spirit of ensuring that we stick to the script, and we are confident that we are going to deliver the inaugural Kajasea exam very professionally, and we expect our learners to do their best.
The Meru Bar Association has expressed dissatisfaction with the performance of the Meru Court magistrates that is of the county court magistrate, were citing negligence, lack of ethics and absenteeism among some court officers. The lawyers say the situation has led to a huge backlog of cases and caused significant delays in the delivery of justice. Despite submitting a letter to the Chief Justice on July the 1st, 2025, requesting action, no changes have been made and the situation continues to deteriorate. The association is calling on the judiciary to take immediate steps to replace all Maua court officials and restore the efficiency of service delivery.
The prevailing quagmire in Maua is proudly brought to you by the ineptitude and incompetence, the dual ineptitude and incompetence in regard to the Chief Justice as well as the Judicial Service Commission. It's quite unfortunate that a few months ago these concerns were raised. The leadership did convey the grievances to the Chief Justice and she literally ignored it, taking into cognizance this is even our backyard and people in Maua are having the worst services in terms of the judicial services being meted to the Meru populace and particularly Maua people and the large.
The hearing of the case involving the Finland Education Program scandal, in which the former Uasin Gishu Governor Jackson Mandago and 7 others are facing charges, that is over the disappearance of more than 50 million Kenya shillings, took place this afternoon at the Nakuru Law Courts, with the Uasin Gishu County Secretary taking the stand. Now, the County Secretary admitted to not having access to more than 30 bank accounts that were linked to the missing funds. The case will be mentioned again on Thursday this week, with more witnesses expected to testify.
It was the issue of the account. I said I was not privy to the details because the program was running at the department. Most of the details I came to learn through the task force, but I was aware of the program.
But your duty is to know. Your duty is to know everything that is running. Did you ever inquire?
Not necessarily my
duty. Did you ever inquire?
Of course,
you can't say you didn't know and you didn't want to inquire. So why did you want to
I think I've said I was aware that the department was running this program, but the details I didn't have.
You did not, but did you ever ask for the details?
No.
To advise them, if at all, there's any mistake they were making?
At that time, there was no problem.
The question is, did you,
no,
at any one point,
that you don't know actually what was handed over?
No, I was the chairman of the committee.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now let's go.
But I don't remember all the accounts.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many accounts?
There are many.
Just approximately how many accounts?
There are many accounts. I think more than 30.
More than 30 accounts.
Yeah. There are many.
Name the banks they were in. Because you cannot purport to remember one and you forget the rest. Do you know any account?
Okay, I think Your Honor, that issue is actually an issue that is domiciled in the Department of Finance.
There is relief for cancer patients in central Kenya after a new modern MRI machine was unveiled at the MRC Imaging Center in Thika, boosting efforts to improve cancer diagnosis as well as treatment in the region. The 72-channel 3T scanner, one of the most advanced in the country, is expected to enhance early detection and accuracy in medical imaging, reducing the need for patients to travel to Nairobi for specialized scans. Health experts say the installation marks a major milestone in expanding access to advanced healthcare and are calling for government support to make such services more affordable for Kenyans and battling chronic illnesses.
This center gives solution to people from central region, whereby we are able to help them with all modalities done in this country in terms of MRI. And the technology is actually the first in this country, whereby we are now having 72-channel MRI. Most MRIs in this country range between 8 to 16 and 32. This essentially means the quality of images that we are going to get from this machine are top-notch, and also the speed of scanning is lowest. A scan which is done for 1 hour, here we are doing it in less than 10 minutes.
Tukatumwa Nairobi, tukaenda tukaangalia huko, tukapata line zimejaa. Actually tulikuwa tunaambiwa tutapata report by tomorrow jioni na anahitaji services. But tumekuja hapa amefanyiwa.
I know very well that not many Kenyans can afford that kind of money. And the Chronic and Illness Fund at SHA, if well funded, there is no patient who cannot afford this because SHA will pay. So my appeal to the government is that they make sure that fund is active.
The president of the Football Kenya Federation, FKF, Hussein Mohammed, has wished the Harambee Starlets all the best ahead of their crucial Women's Africa Cup of Nations WAFCON qualifier that is against the Gambia, scheduled for tonight. The Starlets are on the brink of making a return to the Women's Africa Cup of Nations tournament for the first time since 2016, after thrashing the Gambia 3-1 in the first leg encounter played in Nairobi last Friday. Now, President William Ruto has promised the players a reward of 1 million Kenya shillings each if they win the tie and 500,000 Kenya shillings each if they draw and qualify.
Kenya is getting better and better. Today the Starlets are playing, of course, their qualifiers for Africa Cup of Nations, Women Africa Cup of Nations, and we are hopefully are going to witness history again in the making as we not only qualify for WAFCON but also compete aggressively with every other team on the continent. So it's a very, very, very exciting period for Kenyan football right now.
Exactly 11 minutes past the top of the hour. We will prepare more news for you to be disseminated at 7 as well as 9 p.m. So make sure that you keep it TV47. We close the news now. My name is Linda Alela.